There you go. So, and what can you remember from yesterday's lesson then?
I remember that we answered the question and you gave me a couple of ideas what I can answer in that question.
hmm And what would be the best way for you to answer such question?
You give me like you told me that the best way is giving an introduction before mm, before go to the answer. After that, give some examples and also give the what is the main skill that I need to become a good customer service
All right. Well,
to give a good customer.
what's pretty much the main skill you need to bring in and make sure you're gonna be delivering the service to the product or to the yeah, pretty much the service or the product that you are assisting with, right? Within the company or within the position from as a customer service or as an advocate at the same time. Alrighty, so and if I ask you then, what's customer service for you? What would you answer?
It's about giving a proper information, a solution to customer inquiries. And also need to be patient is vital because you can deal with several personality traits. You need to be able to handle situations where customers are either disappointed or frustrated with your service or with your product.
So there are three main things you need to keep in mind about what customer service. Number one, it's answering, right? It's answering questions from customers or the public. Perhaps there is a person who wants to have certain information about a product that is being sold at your company and is not a customer just yet, right? So he's not a customer just yet. So he just wants to know if he what are the benefits of the product, what are the benefits of the service, and what your mission is to provide that information, and obviously the customer can purchase from your information, right? That's the thing. Number two, you need to solve customers' situations through different channels. It could be email, right? One more time. It could be marketing. It could be voice, or it could be any kind of platform where you can chat with the customer. And last but not least, you need to have information about the product, the services, about the company that you are working for, and that's its customer service, right? Now, how would you do this? How would you actually make sure that you're going to be providing right information to the customer? How you're going to be making sure that you're going to be able to have a broad information about the company itself and help the customer through different kind of scenarios. So the thing is that there are, right, there are some skills that you need to have in order for you to become a really good customer service, right? And the skills that we are talking about are this one, for example.
Hola, te saluda Néstor de Nesting ACC para comentarte que al final de este mes tendremos nuestro webinar taller Reto Versant de 3 días donde lograremos 3 objetivos concretos. Número 1, sabrás cómo está estructurado el examen de los call centers, el test Versant, y aprenderás las estrategias que te ayudarán a pasarlo. Número 2, aprenderás a cómo mejorar tus habilidades de comunicación, reading, listening, pronunciation and speaking. Y como tercer objetivo, sabrás cuál es tu actual nivel de inglés y lo que tienes que hacer para mejorarlo. Para participar, solo pídeme la invitación al webinar taller Reto Versant que yo personalmente te la haré llegar. Y recuerda que el camino al éxito está en la preparación. Espero verte en nuestro webinar taller Reto Versant.
One that we have just right here. Number 1 says, high level of professionalism, meaning that you are one of the faces of the company, right? So when you are answering customers' problems, facing customer situation, you become the face of the company that you are representing. All right. So how can you guarantee that you are going to answer properly to the customer? You are going to solve customers' problems. You are going to be able to manage the different platforms that the company has. It's by having high level of professionalism, right? Number two, or another thing that you need to keep in mind is to calm under pressure. In other words, to work under pressure, meaning that even though there are scenarios, there are situations where it could be different, right? Perhaps you don't have the proper information right away. Perhaps the customer is a little bit desperate about the information. Perhaps the customer wants to have a quick solution about the problem they may have. So you need to be able to
What
work under pressure. Yeah, go ahead.
what happened what happened when you don't know the proper information about the product, or you don't know what, uh, or you don't know how you can give a good solution to the customer problem.
Um, well, definitely that is a what if question, right? What if is this happened, right? What if that happened, or what if this customer came with this question, right? But one of the things you need to understand is that once you know what is the product about, all those questions that you might think right now, they are going to be answered immediately. But let's say that you don't know an answer for a specific thing. Um, this is simple as possible. You say to the customer, Mr. Customer, let me briefly put you on hold. Let me go ahead and do a research, and I'll get back to you in 1 minute. And within that minute, you stand up and you start looking for your coach, your supervisor, or whatever person in charge that can help you out with an answer. You explain that information to the person, but most likely that person is going to tell you something like, what would you do in this case? So pretty much you need to bring the situation, you need to bring also a solution, and they will say something like, yes, you're right, go ahead and proceed with that. Or you know what, to that answer, let's go ahead and add this one, or let's change that for this thing.